Check. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Nice. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the Champion Soul pre-event press conference. Today we are joined by TEXTURE, TENZ, BerliN, and BenJIFISHY. We'll begin with some pre-submitted questions first, and then we'll move to the remote media. We have about 50 people in here watching, plus more online that aren't actively asking questions. TENZ, we'll go to you first. This is a question from Paul Ferguson from VLR.gg. How do you feel about facing Gen G in your opening match, and what can you use from your previous match at the Masters Madrid finals that will help you in this one?
We can't hear him.
Checking. Yep, we're fixing that. 1 second. Play. Here we go. Okay. TENZ, I'm sorry. I think we just got your audio back. Would it be possible to get the repeat of that answer?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay. So Gen G is a really good team. They beat basically everyone that they play. So they're a really tough opponent to be matched against as the first seed. But I think same goes for us. I think we're a dangerous fourth seed to go against. So I think definitely going to be a fun match to watch for sure. And it'll be interesting.
Awesome. Benji, we're going to go to you next. This one's coming from the VALORANT competitive community. Team Heretics struggled a lot with fatigue and stress due to lack of breaks in Stage 2 EMEA. How do you guys feel after the break for Champs? Does the team feel rejuvenated, and are you ready for the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I speak for myself, like I felt super burnt out, especially towards the end of Split 2. Like I wasn't like if I go back to kind of like kick off in Stage 1, I was playing just a lot more like just outside of like officials and scrims. But I was able to take like a 4 or 5 day break back in England, and it was same with everyone. Like we all went back home, saw our families and stuff. Which yeah, I think it's helped me a lot, especially. I think this being the last one of the year helps me a lot because I know after this I'm done. I'm gonna go on a holiday, so I'm good. I feel like I'm a lot more motivated. So yeah, I think it's helped me especially, and just the rest of the team. It's helped us a lot, and we can tell it's made us improve for sure.
Thank you. If you have a question, please use the Zoom hand raise function and we'll call on you. We'll begin with Alan.
Yeah, this is a question for TENZ. Hi, TENZ. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah.
Hey, hi. I'm Alan, and I'm talking to you from China here. Speaking about Sentinels, so you are the only team that have not entered in top 4 in playoffs, but enter champions. So do you feel that this will give you some feelings of being an underdog or something like that?
So it definitely wasn't our greatest showing in the Americas playoffs, but I do think that coming to Korea, we were able to talk out some stuff that was kind of going wrong for us, and I do think that we were getting a little bit burnt. So just having a nice little break and then being able to qualify for champs, I do think it was really nice. And so this event, we're just putting in our all to just play the best that we can.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Brandon from esports.gg.
Thank you very much. I'll ask my question to TEXTURE. We've seen a lot of success with Gen G this year, in League of Legends, with you guys in Valorant. I just would like to ask if you feel any pressure continuing to perform well here in the final stages of the year, considering just how well the organization has done overall in esports in 2024.
텍스처 선수에게 드리는 질문인데 롤팀도 발로팀도 올해 굉장히 좋은 성과를 거두고 있잖아요. 이제 챔피언스가 마지막 대회이기는 한데 모든 e스포츠 분야에서 젠지가 너무 잘하고 있기 때문에 거기에서 좀 부담감이 더 커지지는 않나, 부담감이 없나, 있나 물어보시네요.
난감은 없어요. 없고 사실 롤팀은 그냥 뭐 워낙 잘 하니까 그냥 저희도 경기 보면서 그냥 잘한다 이러고 있고 저희는 그냥 저희 거 열심히 하자 하고 부담은 따로 없습니다.
Well, there's no pressure for us coming from that because, our leagues team, they've been doing pretty well for such a long time. So we would always watch their game and be like, oh, they're so good. But for us, it's our own league and it's our own game. So we just try to play our own game.
Thank you. We'll go next to Tong Tong from Bilibili.
想问一下柏林这个问题在第二赛段，我们的常规赛的发挥其实是有点不尽人意的，但是在季后赛当中可以看到整个队伍的状态是在不断的攀升和回暖的。加上我们被分到了 B 组，面对今年的大师赛的冠亚军，对你们来说这更是一种动力呢，还是一个压力呢？
可以先回答。
我认为第一赛段我们有很充足的动力，然后到了第二赛段之后，我们休息了一阵子，然后再慢慢回温，找回状态，然后可能状态没有第一赛段那么好。那我觉得我们也打到现在，然后我觉得到这个分组我觉得也不只是说这个分组吧，我觉得不管在哪个分组，每个赛区来的4个队伍都是非常强的队伍，所以并不会因为这分组的队伍而感到有压力，或者说怎么样。对，我觉得来到这边大家都是充满动力，然后太有干劲。对。
Do you need me to translate the Chinese? Oh, yeah. So the question was, it seems like at the stage 2, it wasn't a really good start for FPX, but when you get into the playoffs, seems like you guys have bounced back, and then you came to the champions. Seems like you have to group B, but seems like there was 2 champions and 1 runner-up. Seems like it is a pressure or motivation for you guys, and BerliN's answer was that at the stage 1 feels like we have enough motivation, but when it comes to stage 2, we rest a little bit. Seems like we have a bounce back. Of course, the form didn't as well as when we was in stage 1, but now we see the group stage and we are in the group B. But we think every 4 team for every group is also well because it's champions. Every team is so strong, so it wouldn't be too much pressure, but I will consider that as a motivation for us.
Thank you. We'll go next to Pedro Romero.
Yes. Hello. First off, good to see you guys in Champions. Got a question for TENZ. Of course, looking at your career, this is not the first time you've gotten to this level. First time being in 2021, the inaugural edition, and of course, what happened in Sentinels was losing to Crew. I want to ask you, now that you have returned to Champions after a gap of 3 years, what are some takeaways that you made from that event that you feel now that you put to use for this occasion, and also how much have you grown from that disappointing loss to Crew going forward?
So definitely the 2021 showing of champs was quite disappointing for me, the rest of the team, Sentinels at the time. And so it is a good learning experience because just being defeated in that fashion and kind of knowing where our gameplay lacked, I do think I was able to improve a lot more as a teammate. And I think that going into this champs, we're the best Sentinels iteration that's ever been. Like this 5 is probably the most consistent and scariest team to play against for a Sentinels team. So I'm very proud to be a part of that, and I think that we can definitely do damage at this event if we do play up to our standards.
Thank you. We'll go next to Raquel.
Hey guys, my question goes to Benji. Coming from such a great legacy as the one you built in Fortnite, what does it feel like to have once again reached the World Elite now in Valorant and in your first Champions?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty amazing. I think I kind of dreamt of this ever since I first hopped to Valorant. I remember I got invited in 2022 to Champions Istanbul just as like a streamer. And like I was always hoping that I would, be there on stage. I mean, I remember watching like the Loud Optic game, and I don't know, it's super cool to now be here in person only like 2 years later from when I was invited as just a streamer. I feel like I've worked really hard to get here, and yeah, I hope people like can recognize that and see how hard I've worked. So yeah, I mean, it's a really great feeling to know that everything's kind of paid off. So yeah.
Thank you. We'll go next to Antonio Romero.
Yes, thank you. My question is also for BenJifishy. First of all, congratulations on qualifying. And this is the first event you will attend as a whole team without stand-ins. How is this impacting you as a group, and how do you think it will impact the matches?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely it's obviously a lot easier than playing with a stand-in. I mean, Shanghai, it was kind of like a miracle run for us. Like we only had 1 day of practice with Patty before we played. But I think a big reason why we did so good in Shanghai was we had no expectations for ourselves. We kind of just went out playing to have fun, and we're going to go in with the same mentality for champions. We're just going to take it one game at a time. You try your best to play good. You can't control winning or losing, right? You can only control if you're playing good or if you're not playing good. You can play good and the other team just plays better. So we're just going to focus on trying to play good Valorant, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to show how good our team can actually be at this event.
Thank you. We'll go next to OnePlus.
你好，这里是玩家电竞，然后这个问题给到柏林选手，然后你认为这次会相比较上海大师赛战队有什么突破吗？谢谢。
我认为我们过去的世界赛，每次世界赛对我们来讲都是一个进步，然后我觉得过去打下来，其实大家也可以看到我们进步，所以我觉得，我们要保证说一定会有打出多好的成绩，但我觉得，每次的我们都比上次还要强吧，所以就拭目以待吧。
And so the question was, compared to Master Shanghai, do you think what's the breakthrough for the team? And his BerliN's answer was that I think the past world stage has all proved that we are keep improving, and everybody can see we are keep improving. And I wouldn't say that we will like play every time like doing it perfect, but we will keep improving every time in every international tournament.
Thank you. We'll go next to Strafe Esports.
Thank you. So this question is for TEXTURE. So now that you're playing in Champions in front of a home crowd, does this excite you, or do you think, or is it absolutely terrifying? And also, do you think playing in front of a home crowd gives some sort of an advantage to you guys and also the other Korean team TRX, or do you think it actually acts as some sort of a detriment?
Can you repeat the first question, the first part?
Sorry. So the first part is, that they're playing Champions in their home crowd. So does this excite them, or do they think that it's absolutely terrifying?
이제 홈팬들 앞에서 홈그라운드에서 하잖아요. 그래서 이게 오히려 도움이 될지 아니면 독이 될지 어떻게 생각하시나요?
그래도 독이 아니겠죠, 아무래도. 그래도 팬분들이 응원도 해주고 하니까. 근데 사실 모르겠네요. 크게 뭐 그렇게 신경을 써본 적이 없어가지고 마드리드 갔을 때나 상하이 갔을 때나 가가지고 그냥 그래도 저희한테 도움이 되겠죠.
I don't think it's going to be detrimental to our performance at all. More so, I think it's going to help us, but it's just something that we haven't really thought about, back in Masters Madrid or Masters Shanghai. But I do think that getting all the support from the fans, and especially the home fans, will help us.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Tong Duong.
Hi, everyone can listen to me? And can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. This question for TENZ. After the successful VCT stage 1 and stage statue and not participating in Master Shanghai. What have you and your team prepare and train before champion?
So I do think it was quite disappointing to miss out on Master Shanghai, but at the same time, it was nice for us to have a bit of a break leading up to attempting to qualify for champs and eventually here at champs now. Overall, because the team was put together back last year near the start of champs, I think. And so we were practicing for quite a bit with John. We later kept playing. We participated in Africa, which was also a tournament here in Korea. And so we've been playing nonstop for quite a bit. And so just having that time to kind of relax and change up our game plan a little bit, work on ourselves, but also just breathe a little bit and come back with more excited mentality towards the game, I think was really important for us.
Thank you. We'll go next to Rabia from Jinx TV.
Thank you, Anton. Hello, everyone. My question is to TENZ. I want to ask about how the team's morale and fatigue is right now, given that we heard there were some issues with the team during stage 2 with Saucy and then with John Guty having health issues. Can you let us know how is the team feeling right now coming into the champions?
I think in this moment in time, I think we're the most excited that we've been to play because, I mean, the whole year ends in champs, right? And just being able to play up until this point, I guess we're going to use all our excitement now and release it all on stage.
Thank you so much and good luck, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Ravish. Ravish, your mic is not picking up. We'll come back to you. Arnab, we'll go to you next.
Hey guys, my question is for TEXTURE. At the start of the season, I asked you about how do you place yourself as a duelist, and now since you have won the VCT Pacific Duelist of the Year, coming into the champions, and after so much experience throughout the season, how would you rate yourself among the top players right now competing in the team? In the champions.
마드리드 때부터 물어본 건데 세계 최고의 타격대들 중에서 스스로는 어디쯤에 있냐고 얘기를 했잖아요. 근데 이제 뭐 스테이지 2 트로피도 들어올렸고 상하이도 우승을 했는데 그러면 이제 챔피언스를 앞두고 좀 어느 정도의 타격대라고 스스로 평가하시나요?
그래도 좀 잘 한다는 축에는 이제는 속할 거라고 생각하고 있고 사실 뭐 저 말고도 너무 잘하는 선수들이 많아서 뭐 제켄이나 뭐 아스파스나 막 이렇게 여러 명 있잖아요. 그래가지고 사실 뭐 저는 지금은 좀 그때그때 좀 컨디션에 따라서 되게 다르게 느껴질 수도 있다라고 생각을 해가지고 제가 항상 최고라고는 생각 안 하고 있어요.
제켄이랑 또 누구요?
아스파스.
아스파스? Well, I guess now I can put myself on the list of good duelists. I'm not that bad. I guess I've been playing decent. But it really depends on, who's feeling it on the day and how you're really feeling in the server on the day of. We have great players like Zekken and Aspas who can also pop off whenever they're feeling it. So I wouldn't say I'm the best duelist in the world, but I'm close, I would say.
Just a small follow-up on it. If you win champions, would you consider yourself the best?
우승하면 세체 타격대?
그래도 우승하면은 그래도 좀 잠깐은 그래도 그런 타이틀은 가질 수는 있지 않을까요?
Yeah, I guess for a little bit if we do win, but for a short period of time.
Thank you, everyone, and best of luck to everyone.
Thank you. I think Ravish fixed his mic. Ravish, we'll try to hear you next.
Sweet. Solid. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. My bad about that. Firstly, hey, what's going on, everyone? My question's for Benji. Real quick. Firstly, killer hat, mate. Just absolutely rocking that as usual. Wanted to ask, so do you think you could go band for band with either everybody on this table or anybody in champs? Even M for M, perhaps?
Oh, I mean, I've got TENZ next to me, bro. Let's be real.
Yeah, he does give
I
competition,
mean,
huh?
let's be real. Like, he's got the final mouse. He's got this. Like, come on, I'm not getting 20k viewers on on Twitch right now. But I think, I mean, esports earnings. I think I've got the most. So I guess I'll take that. Yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good. So I'm close, I guess. Great question. Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Cheers.
Cheers.
Tyson, would you like to offer a rebuttal?
Please.
I don't know.
All right. Thank you. We'll go next to Valeria.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Seoul. I actually have two questions, if I may ask. First question is to TENZ. Group B is commonly referred as the group of death, and taking in consideration the obvious challenges of starting your champions run in such a challenging environment. Do you see it also as a positive experience for your team?
So I would also agree that the group is probably the group of death. I think there has been no real like easy road for us, but I do think it's a good thing. If you want to be the best, you have to beat the best, and being able to do that in the group stage would be pretty good.
Thank you. And my second question is to BenJiFishy. Recently, Miniboo was complaining about absolutely unforgiving APAC ranked players. So I would like to hear a couple of thoughts about like the difference in play style between different regions from you, and how is your adaptation process, and generally how you feel about champions being in Seoul this year. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, okay, if we're talking about ranked, APAC ranked is definitely harder than Europe. I mean, if I play Ascendant lobbies in Europe, it's pretty easy, but over here, yeah, my God, you've got some crazy players. But a lot of people don't talk, which in Europe I think people talk more. But you know, yeah, the players are definitely better at lower ranks than APAC. And about champs being in Seoul, South Korea was one of my two places that I always wanted to visit. The two were South Korea and Japan. And while I'm here, I'm going to stay in South Korea till, I mean, for example, if we get eliminated early, then I'm going to stay in South Korea until after finals. And then after, I'm going to Japan. So I'm kind of knocking, you know, two off, both of them off. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm excited to get to meet the fans, you know, the crowd as always. Yeah, I'm really excited. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Asri from Gosu Gamers.
Thanks very much. It's really a question directed to Benji also, because like someone mentioned, that's an awesome hat you have, by the way. And this is the first one I think we've noticed that it's a different hat compared to the previous two tournaments. So maybe a more of a lighthearted question. What's the significance of the hats to you? And would you like have any different hats for different occasions as well? Or just for tournaments and esports related only?
Oh, I mean, okay. The only reason I wore this one is because TEXTURE was here. That's the only reason I wore it. I was like, okay, it's a good occasion to wear it, because he gave me this hat in Shanghai. So what I was thinking of is if we play against Genji, I'm gonna walk out with this hat. But in general, I'm just gonna stick to the Tibbers one. There's no like significance to it. I just think it's a cool hat. So I walk out with it. So yeah, no, thank you for the question.
Then maybe as a follow-up texture, what do you think about Benji saying that he'll actually walk out with the hat during the matchup between you guys?
저 쓰고 나올 거라는데 젠지랑 같이 할 때 어떻게 생각하세요?
That's cool.
I'll give you my hat. The Tibbers one. Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Good luck, everyone, for champions.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go next to Alan.
Yes, thank you. So this is a question for BerliN. I will speak English first, and I will translate to Chinese here. So this is a question for BerliN. So for FPX, you perform like really well in the Masters Shanghai first stage, in the group stage, in the Swiss stage, should I say that? But then it feels like you have a little bit bump in the split 2 in China. So do you think that like Benji said, maybe it's a miracle for you in Master Shanghai. And if that's so, how do you like to reperform that event? 所以柏林我的问题是这样的，因为我们都知道，在上海大师赛你们其实打出了一个非常不错的一个瑞士轮，然后但第二赛段其实你们打的会比较挣扎，会有一些波动，然后你们会因为刚才Benji其实也提到了，就是他其实他认为他们在上海大师赛其实是一个非常奇迹式的一个意料之外的一个成绩。那你们会不会也是对这个你们会不会也感觉自己在上海大师赛表现是高于自己的预期的？然后以及你们会如何去尽力在冠军赛去能够去打出一个同样好或者更好的一个表现？
老实说，在上海大师赛我们确实没有想到。老实要说，真的要说奇迹是我们也没有到进到8强，所以我觉得应该也还好。但是我们确实没有想到我们的表现可以差点的去打赢当时的冠亚军。然后我觉得到了这次，其实老实说我自己就以私心的来讲，我分到这个分组，我并不在乎是否就是是不是什么死亡之路什么的，就是 TENZ 他之前一直是我的一个算是打瓦的一个动力，然后一个目标。对，这次来我就是我知道我跟他同一组，我就是来找他打的。对，就是我想要去证明给世界看，然后证明给我自己看也好，或者说给大家支持我们看也好，就是我这次来就是来打破过去的那个梦，对，然后去触碰它，然后去打破它，然后成为它这样。对，不管我们之前打怎么样，我们现在一定。我觉得还是很有信心，然后也比起以前更有信心，还有更有动力去面对一切的。
好的，谢谢。
Yeah.
So the BerliN's answer is actually we do think that although we didn't enter top 8 in Masters Shanghai, we do feel that our performance is a little bit above our expectations. We don't really expect us to be that close to the champions and the runner-up in Masters Shanghai. But for these champions, we don't have. I myself and my team don't have that much expectations, especially in this group. I know it's a group of death, and I know, but TENZ is my role model in VALORANT, and salute to TENZ. I always want to become the opponents of him, and it's really my dream to become his opponent on stage. And now it is my time to reach my dream. And if you want to become the best, you have to beat the best. So this is a very good chance for me. So thank you.
Thank you. We'll do 2 more questions. Pedro, we'll start with you.
Yes, got a question for TEXTURE. As it's been alluded to a few occasions already in this press conferences, with the solo queue situation environment, like all the teams coming into Korea and just having to play each other, yourself included. I do remember one time you played with Woot, off a few videos, funny videos here and there. Just want to ask you, what's the experience been like just having to play with different people, either as a teammate or as an opponent, and what's your biggest takeaway from just that kind of aspect?
이제 뭐 우트랑 듀오도 하고 다른 선수들이 이제 아시아 서버에 와가지고 같이 게임을 할 수 있잖아요. 뭔가 어떤 경험인지 그리고 배워가는 게 있는지.
그냥 그래도 좀 온 김에 이제 같이 게임을 할 수 있는 이제 경우가 이제 이렇게 좀 모였을 때 밖에 못 하니까 그냥 뭐 여러 명이랑 그냥 같이 하는 거죠. 사실 배우는 거는 뭐 딱히 없고 그냥 재밌어요. 네.
Well, it's not every day that you get the chance to play, duo with some other players and from other leagues. So being able to do that at international events, it's pretty special, but you don't really learn a lot from like playing against them or playing with them. It's just purely fun.
Thank you. And we'll take the final question for this press conference from Ravish.
Hey, sorry. Hey, what's up, guys? Back again. So just a quick final question for TENZ. I had Now, Tyson, I've asked you a couple of times for drip checks, and I just wanted to see, considering this is Champs, the biggest event of the year, have you brought anything new in your arsenal besides your chains, your rings, and your bracelets that you're usually rocking?
Right now it's just same necklace, ring that I showed you before, same bracelet. So nothing really changed. I kind of stick to what I have.
Understandable. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for participating. We're going to take a short break as we transition to the next group, and then we'll be right back. We'll be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.